They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On play action, Wentz. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Ajayi. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On 1st and 10, Goff. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Here we go.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On second down, here's Goff. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. They go play action here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Play action. It's gone. Now he'll throw deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
This is Ajayi. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Wentz to throw on second down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Wentz now on first down. Going up top. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run with Ajayi. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs.
Great 15.
Working from the gun, Wentz. As he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. That one good for 33 and a 1st. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. He's going to get it running right. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Here's Barkley. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the 2nd quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. And Rosas puts this one through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with a J. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Wentz. Completes it to a J. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a toss play. It's a Giant. And now running right through it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Shotgun now for Wentz. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So 1:55 to go in the 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, we got three. Three down.
Throwing now is Wentz. Trying to improvise. He can run for it, and he will. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Second and 10, Goff again. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Wentz now to throw. Oh, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
You can try and underthrow it and go back shoulder, but your timing has to be impeccable. And here, I think it was much more of a duck than a designed back shoulder throw.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And throw right side complete to Parker. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the kick by Rosas is good. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now a first down throw. Gone. Flushed out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, Goff to Barkley on the check down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Gone. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
On third down, Barkley. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
On fourth down, Goff. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up first and 10. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Going for the deep ball. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Eagles on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Trey 15, Trey 15.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Wentz to throw again. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Now Wentz. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Now Goff on first down. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Merlin! Tiger!
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Orange.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Goff throwing again. It's caught. Shepard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Goff now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Rolling to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Single receiver.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they're down to the 29-yard line. This is Clement, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Come on now, let's go.
Play action. Now Wentz. And he finds a man on the crossing route. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. A field field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Throwing is Wentz. Now he steps away. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Wentz. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And Elliott puts this one through. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
List by 2, list by 2. Run.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now it's Ajayi. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On second down, here's Goff. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
DC.
Third and long. It's Goff. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Orange.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Buying time to his left. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on fourth and goal. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
New York set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They've got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 37.
Super 66.
On first and 10, Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. And he slides to avoid the hit. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Here we go. Louis. Hey, 5.
From the red zone now, Goff. His throw caught right around the 6. 11 more on that one and another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Here's Goff. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. The pitch goes to Barkley. Able to push his way through. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Goff. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Nigel Bradham able to run him down for a loss of a yard. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Eagles on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Here's Brad Nortman now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. This is taken at the 23. Muscling free near the 40. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Goff now looks to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. And a nice gain at 21 yards. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal. Win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Philadelphia, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.